Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. You know what it is today, it's episode number 24, and we've got the South America Cup group stage where we're taking on Brazil, Uruguay and Peru. Our first game is against Uruguay, our second one is against Brazil, and the group finale will be against Peru. Wait, did I just say Uruguay, Peru? Uruguay, Brazil, Peru, basically. And it's going to be a tough group, this one. I do think we can get out of it, but it's our first national tournament with the country, so we're playing our first games with the country today. And again, if you missed the last episode, you would have missed us picking the squad. The team we've got is incredibly youthful. We have basically abandoned all of our senior players. We've left them on the streets, not even given them a retirement home, and we've got an incredibly young side, which isn't that great. There are a couple of good players in there, but only 2 players in this entire squad are 80 rated plus. Those are John Anthony Brooks, our captain, and of course Christian Pulisic on the left-hand side of the field as well. So it's not a great team. So I'm hoping we can get out of the group. That's my aim, to finish in second place. But if we don't, it won't be that much of a surprise because, again, the team's not that good. But before we play the first game, we're going to make one late alteration to our team. And as you can see, we've got enough centre-backs in this team already. But one player I think that deserves a call-up is Mr. Bradford Jameson. And the reason I'm doing it is because the strikers we had this season, Weah, Morris were the 2 top scorers, but Jameson was the 3rd highest scorer. And Bradford was such a great player for us during the season. I highly doubt he'll make any of our other national team squads. And I'd just like to have him just for one tournament of America. Just with one tournament. If he does alright, maybe we'll get another call-up. But just once. I just wanted my America squad just once. So Jameson gets a last second call-up and he makes it onto the plane. He loves you, Bradford. We do. He loves you, Bradford. We do. I love him. I absolutely love this guy. So, right. So let's get to it then. Yeah, first game is going to be against Uruguay. And again, just looking at this group, I think we can finish second. I don't think we'll finish in 4th place, as there we get the squad submission screen. Has it reset it? No, it hasn't. But yeah, I don't think we'll finish with a wooden spoon. I think we should at least finish 3rd, but I guess only time will tell. But let's just dive straight into the first game. It is indeed Uruguay. It's going to be tough to get out of this group, but if we can start off with our win with a first game with America, that'll be fantastic confidence going into the big Brazil game in a few days' time. So first game with America in the South American Cup Group A. We're taking on Uruguay, who I believe we'll be battling with for 2nd place in the group. Come on, America. Let's get off to a winning start. USA! 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 And in a super weird introduction to the game, there was no lineup shown or anything like that. And the camera angle seems a little bit high up, doesn't it? I haven't touched the settings or anything. Maybe it's just a stadium, I don't know. But anyway, first game, Uruguay. Let's get that win. She says, well, I'm playing with a bandage around my right middle finger, so pulling the right trigger is a little bit awkward for me right now. So I'm at a slight disadvantage. If we go out the group stage, I'll blame it on that. But hopefully we'll be able to power through as Uruguay come through the first chance. But there is Weston McKennie, and he's played centre-back for us this season with the Galaxy, and I keep him there with America as well. I know his more natural position is in the DM area, but I like him playing centre-back. Oh, we could have got a goal up. Weah denied. Great stop. The big worry for me is that we lose the group opener, because if we lose this game, we can't afford to lose to Brazil as well. So it's actually a really tough way to start off here. We start off with Brazil and we lose, fair enough. We just have to try and win the next 2 games. But starting off here, there's a lot of pressure. I mean, already 1 loss in the first game, and that could be enough to basically see us out. Lucas Torreira going for goal. Oh, off the crossbar. And the follow-up header easily caught by Zach. I mean, it's not really lose the first game, we're out. But obviously it's going to be really tough to get through if we do lose the first game. Can't see us picking up points against Brazil. And we'll have to beat Peru and hope that Uruguay can't win any more of their games. And even now, I don't know what happened, because what happened with Peru? I don't know. But anyway, here comes Uruguay. Both teams knowing the importance of match day 1. Both attacking early and getting chances. Here's another one. Rossi, Torreira, Suarez, don't let him shoot. And it doesn't matter, he didn't shoot, but his teammate did. I think it was Pereira makes it 1-0, and Uruguay go in front 33 minutes in. Worst possible start. I was so worried about Luis Suarez, I forgot about Pereira, or Pereiro I should say. Turns his man, finds a bit of space, opens up his body, and Zach Steffen won the Golden Glove in the Championship last year. But there's nothing that he could have done about that shot. Right into the top corner, 1-0 Uruguay, and in our first game with America, we might get off to a losing start. I don't want to lose the first game with America because I can't see us getting any points against Brazil, so can't afford to lose this one. Weah on the ball. Oh, surely. Yes, there it is. Great finish into the back of the net and back on level terms. Acosta puts it into the bottom corner. 1-1. There's the equalising goal. This New Look America team, no leaders out there, no real experience, so the young boys need to do it for themselves. Weah turns his man, rolls it across, and Acosta unmarked 8 yards out. He was never going to miss a target from there, and thankfully, he slides it into the bottom corner as well. 1-1, great to get back on level terms. Now let's try and turn the game on its head and find a winning goal. Uruguay have dominated possession in this game, really struggling to get it off them, but it's been an interesting game because we've had our chances, despite not having much of the ball, but it seems like every time both teams go forward, it looks like a goal is on the cards. Like right there, but Zach Steffen, what a stop! Turns it onto the crossbar, behind for a corner. This has been a fantastic first game with the country. Suarez's header, and again, Zach is equal to it. Steffen's just made another good save for America. 23 minutes to go. Right now, it's all hands on deck. Corner to the centre. Suarez, first shot blocked. We are defending for our lives right now, throwing bodies in the way, just desperately clinging onto the point. I think I'd rather settle for the point here, as opposed to risking losing the game by searching for a winning goal. I think I'd rather just take the point, but at the moment it's all Uruguay, so that would be a luxury if we can hold on to it. Oh, great cross, Suarez, 2-1. It was coming. It was coming, like Southwood across to the centre, and Luis Suarez denied a few times, but not once again. 14 minutes to go, Uruguay back in front. We haven't got a choice now, have we? We can't play safe now, we're down by a goal. We need to find an equaliser, but every time Uruguay have come forward in the second half, they've looked like scoring. Their attacking prowess is so strong, we're really struggling to contain them. There's a good chance they'll get a third goal here. Torreira to Suarez, and right on cue, and he almost got it. If it wasn't for Zach Steffen, there'd be 4 or 5 goals up. That's going to do it. That is going to do it. Final score. America 1, Uruguay 2. Group opener ends in defeat, and now we're in a really tough position. We've got Brazil in match day 2. Lose that and we're going home. God, that was tough. You can tell by my voice I'm sounding defeatist and broken already after 90 minutes. That was so tough. 14 shots, 12 on target, 54% possession and 95% pass accuracy. Uruguay could top this group. That was so tough. Man of the match though, it's got to go to Luis Suarez, the game winner, and set up the first goal as well. But I've got to shout Zach Steffen out though, because if it wasn't for him, we would have lost this game by 5 or 6 goals. He made save after save after save to at least keep us in it. But 2 on the final score, and again, we have to avoid defeat against Brazil, otherwise we're definitely out. So moving into match day 2, where it is effectively lose and go home, we're taking on Brazil, who I would say are the strongest team in the group, but after that performance against Uruguay, I'm not entirely sure now. But yeah, we're lining up in this game, same 4-1, 4-1, but 3 alterations to the team, including Jordan Morris getting a start up top, which I think he deserves really based on his performance for us in the championship with the Galaxy. But Brazil's team fantastic, 4-3-3, and I'm pretty confident it's going to be back-to-back defeats to start the group off, which will again see us on the plane. Anyway, second game, it's Brazil. I'll take a point to keep us in the group. Come on, America. I'm not delusional in any way. Like, we knew we wouldn't top the group. There was absolutely no chance we were going to go ahead and win this group. But I thought second place we could scrape it. We knew it would be tough, we discussed that, but second place was certainly achievable, or so I thought. But that Uruguay game put me down to earth, I feel, if that makes sense. There's Neymar on left-hand side, cuts inside, can't allow that. Shot comes in and already we're a goal down. 7 minutes in, Gabriel Jesus makes it 1-0. I think that plane is already getting the engines turned on, because we're a goal down 6 minutes in already. We need to come from behind to have the best chance of staying in the group. Jesus to finish 1-0. It's a young American team. It's a project, alright? It's a project. We know it's going to take time, but I didn't want to lose our first 2 games. God damn it. This is a wake-up call, but here's Jordan Morris on the ball. Oh, and he's in the post, but he's also won a penalty. He's also won a penalty. Fabinho took him down, and it's going to be, oh, it's a straight red card as well. Fabinho off, Morris taken down, and a chance to equalise from the spot. Fabinho took him down after Morris took the shot, and a chance for us to get back on level terms. Now, Christian Pulisic is going to take it against Edison. We're going to go to Edison's right-hand side. And Pulisic puts it in for our second goal of the group and the first game today. Need to get back on level terms, and it's the kid, the brightest prospect in American football, that gives us the goal. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Back on level terms. Got the man advantage now for the rest of the game. I mean, should we go for it? Like, should we go for a win now? I mean, there's a lot of the game left to go. Of course, we're only a quarter of an hour in, but should we go for the win now we've got that man advantage? And we've got the momentum on our hands as well. Could get the ball into the box now. Oh, Christian. Oh, Christian. Oh, Christian, so unlucky. Yeah, let's go for the win. Let's go for the 3 points. I mean, put it this way, if we draw the game, Brazil will have 4 points, and Uruguay, you would assume, are going to beat Peru. Have a go, Tyler. Have a go, Tyler. Ooh, saved. Yeah, you'd assume that Uruguay will beat Peru. That'll put them on 6, and that'll put them through. And again, we won't be able to catch them, so we can only finish in second place. And if we draw the game, and Brazil draw the game, then they'll have 4 points, and that will mean that we'll have to beat Peru and hope Uruguay can beat Brazil and do it by enough of a goal swing. So, yeah, it just makes sense. We're going to have to go for the win. Let's go for it. My mood has changed so drastically as well. I went from completely defeatist, oh yeah, probably going home, to right now thinking we can beat Brazil. We can beat them and make it through this group. A draw and we're basically out of the group anyway, so may as well go for the win. Oh, great save by Zach to push that shot from range behind for a corner. But Brazil, despite being a man lighter, are still going to be going for the win themselves. They want to secure qualification today. And to be fair, again, despite having the man disadvantage, they've still got a fantastic team out there. So you wouldn't put it past them being able to win this game. Marquinhos, Casemiro. Oh! And right on cue, they're back in front before the break. 10 men Brazil retake the lead, and Casemiro has just pulled one out the top drawer. What a finish that was by the number 13. He was the one who wanted back for his team. Played a 1-2. And Zach Steffen, you got a feel for him. He made so many great saves against Uruguay. Couldn't have done anything about the 2 goals. Nothing about the 2 goals in this game as well. First Jesus, now Casemiro. And we're behind again. Once again, for the second straight game, you see in the top left there, we've been dominated in possession. And again, we've got a man advantage. This shouldn't be happening. Oh, come on, referee. That was a 4-on-3. Half time, 45 minutes to go. Trailing by 1. And as things stand, we are going home. Here comes Brazil again. Casemiro just dictating things right now. Finds Neymar, shot blocked, and turned behind for a corner. Even with the man advantage, Brazil are still the better team out there. And we're really struggling to match up against them. Corner to the centre. Header in on goal. Headed off the line. They're going for the kill. They want it done today. As Steffen makes the save. 17 minutes, not long left. We need to get a goal and at least an equaliser. Great ball to Areola. In behind Marcelo. Takes it in his stride. Morris! Oh, on the swivel. Just couldn't get his bearings right. One final chance for America. Corner in stoppage time. And this is it. Acosta to take it. Final opportunity. Oh, Jordan Morris, what a goal it would have been. Blazing over the bar with a bicycle kick. And that's going to do it. So unless Peru can do us an absolutely massive favour and beat Uruguay, that's it. We're out. 2 on the final score. Brazil get the win despite having 10 men for the majority of the game. And I'm pretty sure we're heading back to America, leaving the group, and probably with a wooden spoon. Thought it was a really balanced game. Brazil dominated possession, so for the second straight game, we barely had the ball at our feet. And they had 10 men as well. Yet they still managed to dominate that area. Could have gone either way this game, but Brazil nick it in the end. And I give man the match to Casemiro. It dictated things. 100% passing and that wonderful goal to separate the sides as well. 2 on the final score. And again, it's all on Peru now. It's all on Peru. And unsurprisingly, they did indeed lose. So that's it. It's all over. There's a game to spare, but it effectively means nothing. Brazil and Uruguay have qualified. So regardless of what happens in that game, they're both making it through. And now it just turns out who wins the wooden spoon, us or Peru, and avoid defeat. And we will finish in third place. So we may as well play the third and final game of the group. It's meaningless now. Obviously, it doesn't really matter. But I want to get some points. I just want some points on the board to take home back to America with us. Third and final game, it's Peru. Meaningless, we're out of the group, but look, this is a project, alright? This is a project. Let's just get a win and have something to celebrate. Might have noticed by the B-Tech lineup shown as well. Bradford Jameson starting the game, captaining America. I mean, look, the group's over. You know, we can't qualify. May as well have a bit of fun with it. And again, I just want to put some points on the board. I just want some points on the board to take home with us. This is a project. We knew that we'd be underdogs to qualify, so I'm not too devastated that we're going to miss out on qualification and knockout stages, but something to take home with us. That's got to be something worth fighting for, if you will. It's been a terrible first half. They're still tied at 0-0. Game's been lost in the middle of the park here. You just can't break either team down. Both teams struggling to generate offense. There's been no good passing build-ups or anything of that sort of magnitude, and nothing seems to be working. Direct play isn't working. Short, neat, intricate passing isn't working. Crosses aren't working at the moment. This game's got 0-0 written all over it. It's not the way I wanted to end the group. Shores Robinson, well done. Oh, no! Oh, no, I don't believe it. If this doesn't sum up the group campaign, that does. Robinson's back pass short. Horvath comes for it, doesn't win the ball. And a 1-2 play with a post, and Peru go in front. The advantage of picking a young team, they're capable of making mistakes. But I'm the one that takes the blame for that. That was awful. Robinson's back pass, way too short for the keeper. Got him caught in no man's land. He did well enough to put the pressure on and stop number 9 from putting it in initially. But Peru in front. We're gonna end this group with 3 defeats in 3 games. I can't believe it. How excited was I to play the Gold Cup? how excited am I now? Honestly, the key word I'm going to keep repeating over and over again, it's a project. It's a long-term project. Oh, it should be 2. It should be 2. It is. That's terrible goalkeeping, but it's 2-0. An hour into the game, 2 goals down. This is an embarrassment. You know, the worst part about this as well is that this game is the worst performance we've had out of the group. Against Brazil and Uruguay, we played better than against Peru. And I said these guys would be the weakest team in the group, and they're finishing 4th. Clearly not. They've got Carlos Zambrano and Andre Carrillo, West Brom legends, 2-0 the final score, and we leave the South America Cup with 2 goals scored, 6 goals conceded, 3 defeats and 0 points. Terrible. Such little positive to take away from this tournament as well. Dominated in possession in every single game. Other than the Brazil game, we didn't deserve to get a point. I thought we played well against Brazil, but other than that, we were really, really poor. I give man up to the first goal scorer and the guy who got the assist as well, Rui Diaz, with a man of the match display. As Peru finish in 3rd, we finish in 4th with 0 points picked up. And let me just say it one more time for the people at the back. This is a long-term project, okay? This was our first test of international football. It's safe to say we failed it miserably, but it's a long-term project, okay? Things will improve. And I really hope they do quickly as well. But that will end today's episode of Club and Country, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And we'll return in the next episode, episode number 25, sorry. And that will be the start of the new season, Where They Galaxy. Season 2, our first stint in Premier League football. And hopefully matters with the club will go a lot more smoothly than matters with the country. That was an embarrassment. That was terrible. But again, it's a long-term project. Thanks, guys. Much love. See you for the next episode very soon.